Okay, here we are again. Let me adjust the mic, give me one sec. Okay, there we go. I think that should be better. It's just a little too high and too close to my face. But we're back for the last time with this game. Sad, but I feel like if I attempted to do any other runs after this one was done, I'd want to start skipping dialogue, because we've seen almost every iteration of the princess. So at that point, after this, it'd pretty much just be filling the gallery out. I'd rather we end before it becomes stale, you know, for me and for you. Alright, let's see who's here. So Chris is here, Gao is here, Bagel is here, Pad is here, Conquer is here, 8th Opening is here. I think that's everybody, alongside anyone else lurking in the chat. Hello, how's everybody doing? Welcome. John's also here. I see you at the bottom there, John. Checking in. How you doing, my friend? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty well. Chris says, alien cat girls. Oh, God. Out in the middle of nowhere. Hope your data works. So I hope that you've got like enough data to make it through, because I know streaming causes a lot of data use. So I don't know if... Hopefully you have enough to get through that. I hope they don't charge you like by the amount of data that you use. So yeah, and I was just a little bit late. I was putting away my pasta sauce that I made tonight. So I was just a smidge late. That's okay. France Romans, countrymen. Silence. I hear something in the woods. Is that Julius Caesar? Maybe. It moves without fear. It knows it's stronger than us. We need to run. Oh boy. And now 8th Opening is speaking, and I see lorem ipsum, so that's like, what? Roman? Latin? Something like that, probably. Need a video of the narrator narrating lorem ipsum. I'd run out of voices. 15 more minutes till we're home. Okay, gotcha, back in town. Well, hopefully you get home safe and sound. That'll be good. And then you can check in with us once you're on Wi-Fi, and you don't have to use up your data for this, but we'll let you know. How is our streamer? I'm doing pretty good, John. Just... Oh, water's over here. I was going to say, just a little parched before I farewell and into the inevitable of this video game. School's done for the semester. Final grades are slowly trickling in. I got 3 of them back already. We're still doing pretty good. I only have to maintain a 3.0 or better in order to get into the graduate program, which is like basically a B or better. And I'm pretty sizable. I have a pretty sizable lead on that at the moment. We'll just say it that way. So nothing to worry about there. The grades that have come in, same thing, nothing to worry about there, so we're smooth sailing. Planning out, I have a trip coming up actually in a few weeks. I'm planning out some trail hiking right now. So I'll be taking some time off from the stream in a little bit, and I was like, well, if we're gonna do that, I might as well do 4 streams a week until I go on the trip. That way by the time I go, then everything will be up to date with where it would have been if I had been doing 3 streams a week. So if I do 4 streams a week for the next 3 weeks and then I take a week off, then it'd be like me doing 3 streams a week for 4 weeks in a row, you know. So that's what I figure. We'll see if it works out. By the way, 10 years since Jenny this month. Yes, actually, you're right about that. It's been, oh my God. We're aging, John. We're aging so fast. It's ridiculous. But that was a fun year. Oh my God. It was such a long time ago, though. It feels like so far away at this point. But yeah, no, it was fun hanging out with all you guys being there. Wouldn't trade that time for the world, I'll tell you. So look back on it fondly. Cleaning the house after some repainting was done earlier today. Gotcha. Okay, well, you can keep us on in the background, and if anything seems interesting, you can just swivel around from your cleaning conquer and be like, what the hell is happening? Now that it's the last stream, can you finally learn who Houseplant is or what? Yes, so before we start, I guess I can talk about that because the only people here that would actually know who Houseplant is, John might know, but I don't remember if John was here for the streams for that. I think he might have been there on and off, but I don't remember. Conker definitely knows, Marie knows. Anybody from the OG, like the veterans who were here when I was streaming on Twitch would probably know. Pad knows, probably because unless Pad's just spamming vowels, which is a possibility. But if Pad knows, then there you go. So a few people know, but if you're not in the know about who Houseplant is, long time ago, we're talking, God, what was it, 2018 or 2019? I think it was 2018 because it was near when I first started streaming. We had just finished Psychonauts, and I decided to play Persona 5 for the stream. It was like a 3-month-long project, and I spent like 2 out of 3 of those months just blue-balling everyone, not telling anybody who was going to be best girl. I basically was just egging everyone on and saying, well, no, I know who I want to pick, but we're not going to know until near the end of the game. And so I don't remember who said it originally. I can't remember off the top of my head who said it originally. I think it was Mark, actually, if I remember correctly. Somebody said, basically, like, there was a point during the summer months in Persona 5 where I was taking care of the plant that you get in the apartment in the game. And somebody said, I think it was Mark, said, you know, for how much you're taking care of that houseplant, she might be the best girl for this playthrough. And I said, oh, you know, let's just double down on that. And so I just sort of rolled with it. And from then on, Houseplant was just best waifu for the entirety of the stream. Obviously, we chose one of the other people who you have confidants with in Persona 5, but just absolutely, like, rolled with that, doubled down on that joke for the rest of the stream, basically. And so now, ever since, Houseplant has just been the best girl around here, basically. And she hasn't really recurred very often, but whenever we have a potted plant in like an apartment building or a room of some kind in a game that's like ours, it's always like, oh look, houseplant's here, you know what I mean? So I don't think we're gonna find a plant princess in the last little bit of this, but we will have reason to talk about Houseplant again later this week. I'm just trying to remember. It probably won't be the first stream of the next game. It'll probably be the second stream, like maybe the middle or the end of the second stream. We can talk about it, but we'll get there. But that's the houseplant story, in case anybody's unaware. So, I took good care of that plant, I'll tell you what. You too. Hope you don't end up on a path in the woods. At the end of the path is a cabin, yeah, with the with the cleaning. Persona. It was a fun time. Houseplant is indeed best girl. Peak. Neat. Yeah, there we go. The closest we got was the Thorn ending. Yeah, that's true. That was the closest we got to Plant Princess, basically. So I'll take that, you know. That's close enough. I mean, I do like that route, so I wouldn't be shocked if there's some reason behind that. Okay, we've dawdled on long enough. Let's load up our save, pick our last princess. Oh, and you know what? Before we pick our last princess, I might as well show you where we're at in terms of our memories. Our sticker collection here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get all of the stickers because of the way that I did the streams. I did Damsel twice. So one got me Happily Ever After, and then we deconstructed the Damsel. And the reason for it is because there is a way to get both of these stickers. I could have gotten this one as the end of this playthrough, and then gotten this one during the previous cycle where we were trying to screw over the princess at every turn. But I just think that out of the two of these, this one is the better send-off to the entire video game. So that's why I didn't do that one, and I chose to do it over here. For what it's worth, you have to make a, in my opinion, very foolish decision in order for this one to even exist. So we'll just leave that one for all of you to find, and I'll just stay happily with the princesses I have. How does that sound?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We talked about before how the blade's starting to feel natural in my hand. Now it's starting to feel natural that I'm hearing that, but as with most things, by the time you get used to it, it's almost ready for it to be over. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the finale of Slay the Princess, the stream edition. We've gone almost 3 full cycles now. We've gotten 2 of the endings. We're going to get a 3rd today. And last time we got our 3rd and 4th princesses on this cycle. Only 1 more left to get, and that's the one that we're going to work on right now. So, without further ado, let's get to the cabin and speed our way through to where we need to go.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Very foolish or very brave, you
make your
decide.
way
Yeah,
up
I
the
mean,
short path to the cabin.
you
and
know,
find the princess within.
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I feel like it's foolish, but that's just me. There's no right answer to any of these things, so. Chapter 4, the rose. Yeah, there you go. Usually you get the rose and then you get the thorns, but you know. Hey, Luna, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just found this on your recommended. Curious, what routes have you gone down so far? What routes haven't we gone down so far? I can show you the memories collection if that makes it a little clearer. This is our 3rd cycle, the end of our 3rd cycle, I should say. So this is like the last princess on the 3rd cycle through the game. And this is what our memories list looks like currently. We didn't get all the stickers for this this screen. We're going to get 1 out of the 2 missing still by the end of it, but we did quite a lot over the course of this playthrough, and this is the last stream, so last stream of this playthrough, I should say. So there's nothing after this, but we did quite a lot. So if you're asking about this cycle in particular, we did Cage, we did Eye of the Needle, we did Thorn, and we did, what was the one we just did? The Den. So, yeah, Cage, Eye of the Needle, Thorn, and Den. And those are the ones we've done so far this cycle. So there you go. But yes, welcome to the stream. Almost everything, yeah, really. Chapter 3, the Wild House Plant. Last one we did was Den and the Thorn, yep. PATD, wonder, with Harsh Princess or Soft? We shall find out soon. Adversary sticker looking cute as always. Thorn is your favorite. She's so pretty. I did like the Thorn route. I actually like all of the versions of the Thorn route. It doesn't really matter whether you do it with the Smitten or you do it with the Cheated. I like both of them. We put it to a vote in the chat, and the chat said they wanted the Voice of the Smitten. So I said, okay. It was a narrow victory for Voice of the Smitten. It was like 4-3. So I said, okay, let's do that one, and we did that one. So
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I still feel like if you were so desperate to stop the world from ending, you could at least convey that the situation is desperate. Although I suppose that might be giving too much away, but...
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Like, even at the end of all this, he can't give us information because, of course, the more information he gives us, the more the perception of her changes. But you could just say, no, this is desperate and I can't give you details because the more details I give, the more time we waste, and the more time we waste, the more likely she is to end the world.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But when you say things like that about someone making a sympathetic... I said this, I think, on the first stream. When you say something like that to someone who's making a sympathetic gesture...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
You're not
bare.
ingratiating yourself to
The
my
air is
trust.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
After Happily Ever After,
Perched
though.
on
Yeah,
that
Happily
table
Ever After is really
is a
good, too.
pristine
That was the
blade.
first one we did in the first cycle, actually. So, Voice of the Mockingbird. So, we're here to off royalty. Not sure why, but I'd be happy to find out. Last stream got endings that you liked 3 in a row, or was it 4? Well, because we got Cage and Eye of the Needle, and I think I remember you saying you liked those. And then we got Thorn and Den, and I think you said you liked those as well. Unless, I don't remember if you said that for Den, but I know you liked the
Blade is
first
your
2.
implement.
So.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so this is the part where I misremembered. We do actually need the blade for this chapter 1 in order for this to work, so.
You take the
I'll
blade
take it.
from the table.
Because
It'd
it's
be
something
rather
we've done
difficult to slay
previously,
the princess
and
save the world without it.
you know, we'll just speed right through it because we know how it's going to go. I do want to check something at the end of this, though,
The door
because
to
I've
the
never
basement
seen
creaks open,
what happens if
revealing a
you
staircase faintly illuminated
accept
by an unseen light in the room below.
what's going to happen. We'll just say that for
This
now.
is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, but what if she wants to die, Tisk? Tisk, you can't just assume things about people. Narrator could probably get better results with a few lies, but maybe that's not an option for him. Yeah, maybe he just didn't program himself to lie, because then if he programmed himself to lie, that's a slippery slope, because then the Echo could lie about a lot of things. Could turn into an opportunist or a contrarian, you know, so... Voice of the parrot. Slay the princess, who's there? Voice of the mockingbird. Never found a situation a blade couldn't change. Well, that's why we have it.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
I'm not going to do the loud, like,
She sounds
sparkly caw,
dangerous.
because the
It's almost as if
microphone
she's
is
the one in
literally
charge
right
down
here,
there.
and I do not want to deafen all of you.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, well, no fooling.
Good. You're
I
still
won't be
listening
fooled
to
again.
reason.
Down we go.
You walk
Hello,
down
princess.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That won't hold her for very long if I don't do this right. Hey, Mr. G. I'm just going to call you Mr. G. I hope that's okay, because that's a lot of consonants in a row after that. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Have we done Razor yet? Yeah, if you go back to stream number 5 in the stream archives, there's a playlist of this whole playthrough on my channel. If you go back to stream number 5, that's where we did the Razor route. We did the Razor route without the blade, so... Oh, a favor, eh? Proud of that, aren't you? Boy, all of a sudden he's turning Australian. Hi, Princess.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
We really should get her name so that we can get the
Focus on
death
the
certificate
task
to
at
be,
hand.
you know, correct.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Since I'll be the only witness of this.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
It's Princess. It's the her.
Oh? No talking then?
It be her.
Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. right?
She's beautiful.
And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Lots of birds in here today, apparently.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I'm sorry, I've been ignoring you this whole time.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now...
I've been
it'll be
too deep
late.
in my own head, so instead of actually asking you what you just said and forcing you to repeat what you said, I'll just drop the pretenses and go right now.
You
Goodbye.
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Sorry, my dear. Don't have time for chatter today.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes, I do.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I don't think she's convinced of anything. I think she's just saying things at the end of her rope.
Yes.
See?
Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yep. Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes.
Whoops.
Exactly.
I skipped
With your
that.
work
Hang on,
done,
let me go
you
back.
make your way back up the stairs,
I
closing
pressed
the
the
door
X
to the
button
basement behind
2
you.
times. What did he say? Oh, yes, exactly. It's over. Okay, well, that wasn't much. Didn't miss too much, I guess. Should we overkill? No, you never overkill, because then that gets you back to the Razor route, so we don't want overkill. So, I don't know. Are we here to kill her? And we might just need to cut an apple. Nice to meet you, Princess. Well, bye. Everything goes dark and you die, right? I've heard of being a stick in the mud, but this is ridiculous.
Why do I feel like we've done something
We're about to
terrible?
be a stick in the something. Doesn't look quite like mud,
You
but
did kill someone.
I will be stuck in it.
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Sure it will.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Today I have PTSD, and I need to go to the therapist.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
There are no therapists
world
here.
saved from certain
My
doom
insurance
isn't
can't cover it.
Instead, what you find is
Oh,
nothing at
God.
all. Where a lush forest stood
Why is it
mere
shaking, or are
minutes
you just
ago,
high? So there's two
the only
things.
thing
There's
in
the...
front of you
I've
now
learned what this was.
is
I
the
looked it up.
vast emptiness
It's
of
called
some
a
place
Boyle
far
effect.
away.
So, like, the lines that are in the hand-drawn stuff are quote-unquote boiling. They're kind of vibrating back and forth a little bit. It's supposed to make it a little easier on the eyes than, like, the hard edges of it if you just stare at a line for too long. So it could be that, or it could be because the controller, the gyro in the controller is mapped to the camera. So if I move the gyro like this, it's moving the things around. So hopefully nobody gets motion sick. But there you go. Anything to get out of this, Hell Rock? Sorry, but your parrot voice makes you think of Baldi. Is that from what's that game? The one that's it's like supposed to be like an early education game, but it's actually a horror game with jump scares and stuff. I don't remember what that's called. I remember getting video recommendations for it, but I never played it. So happy, happy, joy, joy. Hiya, good ending, eh? Wait, aren't you your own therapist? Uh-oh. Yeah, but can I afford myself? That's a good question. It's supposed to be ground there. What gives? Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning. That's it. Yep, that's the one.
Happened?
God, it's been so long
Everyone's
since I ever
fine.
thought about
It's
that
just
game.
that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I will see if that's the case there, narrator. And hello, Jessica. Sorry, I didn't see it was you. How you doing? Welcome back. Good ending. Sure. Okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I find that a little hard to believe, but I'm testing
Time
something.
passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
What's with that tone?
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I mean, he said we're happy. What if we actually are happy? What if I'm just in shock from the fact that we had to murder somebody and I can't tell if I'm happy or not? Maybe we need someone to tell me.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm still in shock from just killing someone. Okay, so here's the test that I want to see. Here's what I want to do. I want to save the game over here. I want to go back. If I say we are happy, because normally we've seen what happens when you get the good ending, when you accept the happiness. Previously, when we did the cage, because the skeptic ripped us out of that and said, yeah, no, we need to die now, and then killed us. The skeptic isn't here. What happens if I say we're happy now?
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Oh, you pressed enter. Yappy, there you go. So is this the happy ending? That's kind of, yeah, I suppose. This is the narrator's idea of a happy ending. Anyway, doing well, good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you too, Jessica. Thanks for coming out.
More happy time passes.
We are moving right
the word
along.
begins to lose its meaning.
Still testing things at the very end in the last stream of this playthrough. But,
Happy still has plenty of meaning.
you know, that's just the way we do things.
Please
around here.
shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
All right, who's going to break me out of this one? Or am I going to get the trophy for this?
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh,
You cannot go further astray.
I didn't know you were going to pop up there. Wow. Okay. Huh. That was a shifting mound. She just spoke to me. I mean, I suppose we are technically in the long quiet right now, so it's not shocking that she could speak to me remotely. But that's kind of funny. She's railroading me into doing this. No good ending for you. Move on. The hands lady. Yeah, everyone is saved, voiced the arsonist. I am so bored. Hi, Shifty. Shifty ain't having any of that. Nope, he's just being weird. How do we ditch this crap reward of his? Okay, I'm on board. Let's just ditch this crap.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it.
It involves me stabbing myself, doesn't it?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
I mean, I could put it back on the table.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that?
Carve a little message
It
into the
wants to
table
take
for the
this
next person that
happiness
comes
away
in.
from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
That assumes we come out the other side intact, though. What if we come back and pieces of us are missing?
Don't you dare.
I mean, I forget, did I say this one the last time? I think I said this one the last time. I'll say it again.
How
It's an
astute.
explore option.
You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself
She
would
didn't
kill you.
think about it.
and
Yeah,
you
what was
shouldn't
that? We
do
feel
it.
all tingly. It's time to die, yay, hooray. Didn't even think. Yeah, just carve what mirror? Just right into the table. Yeah, cram it, you roach. Let's go.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Just carve what mirror into the table and gaslight
I know
myself in
this
the
is out
next
there,
life.
but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I killed someone. It's going to be kind of hard for me to be happy. Let's get out of here. I'm done pretensing. It's just nice to know we can still have these kinds of esoteric conversations at the end of all this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Sorry, can't hear you. Mentally preparing myself for doing this.
Fine.
Oh, hang on.
Whatever.
Yeah, I forgot.
For
I
the
don't
first
have the
time
knife.
since
Let
time
me go
stopped
get it.
meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and
Well,
bone,
she's still a
though
skeleton.
The blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
And me without my soul gems.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Okay, here we go.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Back to the Spectre.
You're
What
on a
mirror?
path
What
in
pumpkin?
the
What
woods.
princess? What
And at the end
even?
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Well, nice. She's still
it
dead.
will
Yeah,
be
at the
the
very least,
end
there's
of the
that.
world.
I don't think that's going to help her where we're going, but you know. Let's see. I feel like I've said that to him already. But I can say it again, I suppose.
My
I have said it to him.
tricks. What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first
And
time.
nice knowing you too. Bye. Oh no.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
That's okay. We haven't
That's
done the
fine.
Spectre in a while, so
It wasn't very hard
It's no
to
big
kill her
deal.
last time. We'll just do it again.
or too high. It's all good.
For whatever
It's all good.
reason,
Doesn't
you're
matter
going to
what it
insist
is.
that this has happened before.
It's been,
At least your
like,
heart's in the right place.
7 streams, so it's okay. You're all good. All right, off to the cabin we go.
A warning
I'm still dawdling
before
even
you
at
go
the
any
end.
further. She will
Probably because
lie,
this is the only
she
route we
will
have to do
cheat,
before the ending
and
today,
she will
so
do everything in
I don't
her
really
power
have to
stop
hurry,
you from
you know.
slaying her.
we got 3 hours.
Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
All right, back in we go. I think there's
The
a couple
interior
of
of the
options
cabin
we
is
didn't take the
cold.
last time we
A
were in the
soft
haunted
odor
house,
of
so
dirt
we'll
permeating the air.
try to take the ones that are
Cobwebs flutter in the
more
corners.
cordial, I think, because
You
we
can
asked a
hear
lot of
wind whistling
questions last
outside,
time,
banging the
rather than
shutters
just being
against the
cordial.
windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine
me.
blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
That's because we left it in disarray before we died.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
All right, mirror time. One more time.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Hey, he's
It's
such a
a
wet
wall.
blanket. I doubt he'll even
It's a
care
watch
what
to
we
see.
say. Ah, the old building. Think you know where this is going?
What are you talking about?
Probably.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least
I feel
it
like at this
would be
point
an
it's
error
kind of
once we
hard for
wipe
me
off
to,
that layer of grime.
like, hide what I'm doing from people who've played this game before, because there's only a couple of routes out. Well, there's 3 routes out of this chapter, actually. And we've seen 2 of them.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Unlike the wallpaper, which I have to stare at being torn apart right in front of me. Alright, we still need the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I mean, she's already slain, so I'm surprised it's still up here, but I suppose I took it back before we died, so... Either way, off we go. This isn't going to do any good against a ghost
The door
anyway.
to the basement groans open, revealing an old
Well,
banister.
she'd be bones or a very
creaking
bad-looking corpse.
stairwell.
Memory screen's a pretty
Everything
big
is
hint.
coated
Usually
in
your
a thick
predictions are
layer
dead
of
wrong, but
dust.
you're confident this
You can
time. That's
feel it
good.
settle
Stay
into your
confident. It's
lungs
important to
as you
stay
breathe
confident.
in the stale air.
Sure, why
The
not
very
dress
building
up? Might make
itself
someone's day
feels
even.
dead.
Pretty obvious going
If
for
the
everyone's
princess
favorite
lives here,
princess, the Wraith.
Slaying her would probably be doing her a
Yeah,
favor.
Sure, disappearing mirror, whatever. Remember this being slightly different? Yeah, I think the last time we did this, we didn't take the blade, if I remember right.
The room
This time,
below
though,
is silent.
we need it.
Nobody's here. Naturally.
Yeah, she's too busy exploring the room, so she
As much as
doesn't
I
even know we're
appreciate
here
the
yet.
optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Let's go see our princess, then.
As you descend
Your
the final
princess is
step,
not in another
the
castle,
form of
hero.
the
Your princess is
comes into
dead.
view.
Good frickin'
A
job.
skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
How about that? She's dead, so can we go home?
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a
Hello?
chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. 2 deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
I still can't get over how goofy and cute she looks here. It's just so silly looking. I mean, she could use a little more sleep, but she just looks so goofy.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Well, you see, Mr. Narrator, she has done what we like to call died and turned into a ghost. Something tells me the pristine blade is not going to help here.
Oh,
Unless you
Wow.
blessed it with holy water before giving
how
it to us, but
absolutely
you didn't expect
terrifying.
this, so why would you take that
What's a
contingency?
ghost supposed to do to us?
You don't even want to know the answer to that question, Cold. You will find out, I'm sure. Yeah, he likes that line. Oh. Got some time to spare or just ribs? Oh boy. Eek. I won't deny that. Oh, Casper, the friendly specter.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
Hiya, Spectre.
I was hoping to see you again. I had some issues with how our last meeting went.
That's understandable. I did stab you.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Can you just, like, leave your hand there for a second? It's still really warm in my room.
Her touch
Thanks,
is
that'll
cold and
save me
ethereal,
for another 5 minutes or
formless,
so.
Yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
I'm pretty happy about the way the weather's turning out today, though, because we hit that, like, hot weather for a few days, but now it's cooling off, and it's supposed to be in, like, the 50s and, like, low 60s for the next week or so. So I'm okay with that.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
How do you kill a skeleton? It's already dead. How do you kill a ghost? It's already dead. Let's just let this play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
I did. I didn't know if I'd need it or not. It's my supervisor.
Are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Let's use something else. That sounds like something else. So, all right, we already went over that the last time, and I want to say this one, and then I don't think we said there's a bury your bones thing here somewhere, right? Or is that only after you do the rest of this? I don't know. Anyway, let's say we're sorry because it was mean. I should not have done that. So,
Too little, too late. But you you can still make things right.
Does fire even hurt ghosts? They turn into steam. It's a good question, I don't know. She is maybe being a little too nice. I'm suspecting. You should suspect she's a ghost. She could possess me, and that would be bad. Sure, let's have a fun chat. I'm sure you'll be a great conversationalist. I'll kill a ghost, sure.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
You're right, that's why I'm talking to her, because I want to.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Again, you should.
No.
Because if you don't, you're just as monstrous as the monster was.
So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
I guess. Where's the vacuum, or however that's spelled? It's V-A-C-U-U-M. Vacuum. Let's see here. No, we don't want to say that one. That seems silly. What do you want from me? I already said that one. If we leave, she gets stuck here and we end up on the Wraith route, so we don't want that one. What else could we say? I guess we could just cut straight to the point, because that's kind of what I want to do here. So yeah, I've been tricked. I didn't listen to my supervisor. I just, no thoughts had emptied. So I've been tricked. I'd rather listen to my supervisor. My supervisor's telling me we should team up. It's probably what you were going to say anyway, right?
Nobody tricked you. And the fact that the princess's spirit has risen from the dead should be more than enough evidence that she isn't exactly sweet and innocent. It's all been an act. She's pretending.
I'm not so sure she is.
I wouldn't say she's ever pretended to be sweet or innocent.
I mean, she does have ulterior motives here, but that's okay. Ghost chain still on her wrist. Symbolic, kind of Jacob Marley vibe, but she's trapped by the decision of the hero. Yeah, so basically she's still trapped in the basement, so the chain will still be there because she can't leave. Like, if you explore a couple of the other options here, she'll say, I tried to leave. I went through every inch of this place. It won't let me out, so, you know. What are we going to do? Toss some salt around. I just pour it on the floor, pretty much, yeah. You apologize to what you kill as a show of respect, narrator. Exactly. That's a vacuum, like the poltergeist? Yep, that's it. She is. Look at those sweet eyes. How does the fact that she has risen from the dead mean she's tricking you? I don't follow. I mean, I feel like if you just rise from the dead, it's because you have unfinished business, but that unfinished business doesn't have to be, I'm going to trick the person that tried to murder me or successfully murdered me.
She does have a little bit of an attitude, but I can't blame her. We did kill her, after all. I wouldn't be nice to my murderer if I was killed.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
Does that resonate with you?
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home.
Well, we can arrange that.
Is that really so much to ask?
No, I don't think so.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
Okay, so let's get you out there.
How specific?
I mean, would you know if you'd been down here as long as she has?
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Ghosts or specters can't leave the place that they die. Yeah, pretty much. So in order for her to leave the place that she died in, she would have to abandon the hold on her own flesh by possessing mine. That would give her an anchor in reality, and then she could leave. So that's what she's planning to do. So I think she's flirting, or maybe threatening. Maybe both. Oh, she's a ghost. You can't trust her. Those assumption of yours again, Yappy. She answering one of your voices or just continuing her line of thought? I don't know if she can hear, but... Alright, so this is the one I wanted to say last time. I didn't get a chance to. Would it help if I gave you a proper burial, or what do we need to do?
No. Those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing.
Okay, so what do we do?
But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me.
I love how she explains this. Like, she would have explained this if I had gone through things
Even the spaces
and checked the
between
other
walls.
options, but she explains this
But I
anyway.
never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
It's like this place is non-Euclidean. It's like reading a book where somebody smashes through a wall and there's just a hole in the page, and you keep going down and down and reading further and further and further, and then all of a sudden, 50 pages later, you get to a page that just literally has letters in a scrambled soup on the page of the book where the wall was smashed 50 pages ago. I don't think anyone's actually done that, but it's a really good idea for a
If she
non-Euclidean
can't
book.
get out on her own, then
If
why
you
do we
don't know
have
what
to
a
do
non-Euclidean
anything?
book is, look it up.
We could probably
My
walk
man
out
Cloud
right now
Cuckoo
and
Country
everything
made a
would be fine.
really good video on that a while ago.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Yeah, why not? Won't that conclude our unfinished business or whatever? Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, a Nightmare's line. Let me out. She can't leave. Yep, there you go. Seems to happen every time. She can't get out without us, so.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
After all, you own me.
You probably shouldn't scare me right before you do it, though.
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
Yes.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Does that include you, though?
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
For a moment, anyway, before she
I wonder
cold
what she
grips
would
him
have
out of
to say
reality.
to the one who wants her dead so badly.
It's like that time with the tower.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
If you're saying you, are you referring to me or yourself? Because I think it'd be a lot of fun, actually. Okay, let's do this.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Well, to be fair, she hasn't eaten anything in as long as she can remember. It's not a wonder she's a ghost.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
You're welcome.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
As many times as you'd like. It's not going to change the fact that she's coming in with us.
See you soon.
Okay, 2 jump scares. Looks like that's
reaches
the
forward
minimum
and then
amount of jump scares you can
she's
get in
gone.
order for the Spectre to do whatever
A
she
sharp
has to
chill
do.
spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs. Your mind.
She does seem to be able to leave in that chapter 1 round. Maybe she just doesn't end up getting very far. Yeah, well, you know, and if I think you're referring to right before the witch, in the witch, she locks the door and we can't see her leave. So maybe the narrator just says that she's leaving and we just don't hear her banging on the door, not able to get out, and the narrator saying, nope, you can't leave. You're going back to start. Sorry. I don't think he would say sorry, but, you know. House of Leaves. Yeah, there you go. She left the den, so, I mean, look at those sweet eyes. How could you not let her possess your body and eat your soul? I have enough PTSD from the Phantoms and Phantasms and Dragon's Dogma to have that ripple over into other video games, so... Well, that alone makes this worth it. Suck it, Yappy. She's just being silly.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Nope. Ow. Okay, you don't need to tighten every muscle in my body. On my way to the floor.
Now? The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Hey, you know that last one got rid of that kink in my neck. Thanks.
Come on, you've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now.
You could
But
say
we
that
still
again.
have to get out of here.
feel like I've got the headache from hell.
Your
Okay.
eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, that's the story of my life.
So,
For the past
it
8
doesn't work
streams.
like that for
7.
you?
Now 8.
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
It is a little bit obtuse for voices to narrate your every move. Usually that's not how it happens for people.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Me from a previous life.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
He is the member of the parliamentary government of my soul.
Who cares what we are? We exist.
Then again, it's not a
That's all that
democracy, so
matters.
I can't really say that, can I? Shut your cone, Yappy. This sucks enough without your input. They say not to mention the lady's weight, but how were you floating?
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
She, untethered herself from the needs of gravity, but as soon as she possessed a body, there's just a little bit more weight there.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Not talking about you.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Sometimes they do. Most times they don't.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Yeah, that's not a good way to ingratiate yourself to our new host.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings
Or
and made me
I'm
go.
the host, she's the
I can tell
parasite.
You don't belong here. You're
That's a little bit
barely
mean, I
involved,
shouldn't call her a
like
parasite.
the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
See, she just compared you to an eldritch abomination. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
It's gonna be a little hard
Obviously,
to
She's nowhere to be seen.
ignore her.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage.
The audience needs to
Room
know
is
what's
empty.
going
You
on.
made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Is this like a stage play to you, narrator?
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
I mean, I guess.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I feel like I'm getting pulled in 6 directions here, and it is not helping that my head hurts like freaking. I just feel like a mess right now. Can I just like lean against the wall for a second? I think I need a break for a sec.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
So you say you don't feel the headache I've got going on
Everything
in here.
won't be fine if you listen to her.
And it won't be fine if I listen to you
One way
either.
or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
I mean, you're right. But I don't think you know how right you are.
Isn't that an interesting idea?
You're not going to like this, princess.
I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
Well, I don't have any ibuprofen, so this is my next best thing.
Of course we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
After all that, you're really just going to stab me again?
No, my dear, I'm going to stab me again.
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it. You
Goodbye!
lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart.
Why didn't I just stab the heart to begin? Oh, right. She's in here.
The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
Sorry, my dear, we need a reset. Head hurts too much.
I don't want to die in you. I thought you finally understood me, but instead you just wanted to hurt me again.
No, it has to do with me. I just need it to not be painful.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
I just want to be out of here.
If only I could drag you with me and make you understand. That's not the way things get to go for me, is it?
I mean, usually that doesn't happen, but you're in here with me, so maybe this time you'll come with us. But then what'll happen to the princess?
It would certainly be interesting. Though being dead does sound dull. And you are about to be dead. Again.
So are we. So I guess I'll see you all on the other side in Chapter 3, the I don't know what happens next. Ow.
For me, you cold little freak.
Oh boy. Whoa. Oh, great. I've been compared to a slice of meat now. That's fantastic. I feel like I just lost something really important. I can barely remember what it was. It feels like an echo.
We were so close to leaving, and now look at you. Look at me. Is this what you wanted?
I don't know, honestly, because I don't know what just happened. I figured we'd just reset. This is not how, oh my god, it normally goes. Is that what I'm supposed to look like? Jesus Christ, it's not a wonder the Smitten was worried about me having a feather out of place. I've got lots of feathers out of place. What the hell?
Oh, you're here too.
Oh, I'm in your head now. Okay, hi, this is new.
Maybe trying to slay me was for the best. If it means you could leave those other voices behind. The two mean ones, at least. I feel kind of bad for the nice one.
Yeah, Hero is a pretty big bro, but the other two, Cold is fine. He's just, he doesn't really, you know, he doesn't really mince words.
But we probably shouldn't think about them too much right now. They're a mess, and I don't think we could fix them.
Well, you don't exactly have a dress to patch up the wounds. Not that that would matter, but, you know. Oh, okay, they're trying to bubble up. Maybe I shouldn't have literally cut myself down the middle, unthreaded and unzipped.
Wait, if we need to leave together to get out, this could still count. We have to try before your body stops being alive.
Oh, you know, that's a good point. I'm inside your body, my soul is anyway, so technically speaking, if we leave now, we might be able to leave and leave them behind. So, sorry boys, but let's get out of here.
Okay, yeah, deep breath, princess. Let's go.
Maybe we can find a contingency. I mean, isn't it always having the distance? If you're halfway there, then half the distance is the quarter of the way there, and so on. But I think I know what you're saying.
We're gonna be stuck again.
Don't say that. Damn it. Yes, I get it. You wrote it on the wall 50 times on the blackboard because you're in detention and you were a very bad person. I get it, narrator. You can stop now.
Are you still there? Am I alone again?
No, I'm here.
Then at least I won't be lonely. It's nice to hear your voice. I mean, think your voice?
Yeah, this is a little bizarre, isn't it? So, this is going to sound like a broken record. I said this the last time, but sorry for stabbing us again.
That's okay. I'm sure you had your reasons.
My head just hurt too bad. Supervisor said the best way to do it is to leave.
If we choose to move forward together.
You have a very positive outlook on life. That's surprising. Sometimes you don't have that positive outlook. You do seem a little bit different from how you were.
I'm just trying to make the best of things. You could always make the best of things too, if you want. We both have a chance to start over.
I mean, I guess. So does this mean we're back at chapter 1 then? Because you seem like you were at chapter 1, basically.
Besides, there's something about you being in here with me that feels right. I never wanted to be your enemy.
Well, that's fair. I didn't really want to be yours either. So. Should we talk about it? I feel like she's letting it go, so I feel like we let it go. She says it's okay, so let's... No, I think we need to talk about it, actually.
I don't know what to say. I just feel fine right now. I think things happen for a reason. And if you trying to kill both of us is what it takes for you to finally see what I see, then I'm okay with that.
This is novel, though, isn't it? We don't usually get to see things from her perspective, so this will be probably the most creative solution we've brought to the hands in the entire game, isn't it? Oh, boy. Let me go back. I missed a little bit of chat, so fat chat. Nice one, Spooky. What if we ghostify the pristine blade so we can use it? I mean, that wouldn't be a terrible idea, but it did happen with the drowned Gray, and we never got a chance to even get our hands on the blade because she just tried to drown us before that happened. So, sounds like you should consult with a trusted friend, my supervisor. You can't leave. I don't think he's realized yet. How many times have we trolled her? Just this playthrough or the whole time? Because there's been a lot of trolling, if you want to call it trolling. Poor girly. Ooh, way to pull a fast one. Sorry, Spooky. It was actually a little fun. Wonder what he's talking about with the other voices right now. It's a good question. They must be having a very interesting conversation without me. They're probably very confused. Feathery ears, at least I think those are ears. We look stupid. Don't worry, Hero is always suffering. He'll get used to it. You can see why the princess is down with that in some routes. He's pretty cute. Oh boy. So how did Thorn kiss with the beak like that? I think we talked about this last time, and I think if I remember right, the artist of the game, like one of the developers at Black Tabby, actually posted a thing on Twitter about it at some point. Like she posted an actual picture because people kept asking her about it. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly though, but you could probably look it up. So, excuse me. Long quiet is floofy. Kind of nice to have Mockingbird off doing his own thing for a bit here. It lets us be ourselves. Kind of like that she's being nice. Are we going to see ourselves? Maybe. Apparently a way to get this princess with a red voice instead of a pink nice one. No idea how. So this is the nice version of the princess for this one. To get the mean version of the princess, you have to try to stab the specter with the knife. I think you have to try to stab her twice with the pristine blade. Because then she gets pissed off at you. But then if you still let her possess you, and then you stab yourself, she's the more serious version of the princess. I wanted to do the nice version of the princess though, because it's a good send-off to the nice version of the princess, because we'll never see her again after this playthrough, because obviously everything's coming to an end. So what am I gonna do when they get back? The hero is coming back, right? Seeing it on their Tumblr. Okay, maybe that's where it was. Yeah, you have to attack her when you first see her, then let her possess you. Yeah, in order to get the mean voice. So there you go. It is a little different though. Like a lot of the options are kind of similar in terms of what she says, but like she's a little bit more pissed off about it, obviously. So is everybody else gone, or?
I don't know. I hope they're okay. Some of them, at least. I didn't like the one that kept bossing you around. And that quiet one kind of gave me the creeps.
He's a little cold, yeah.
I liked that last one, though. He was nice. I hope he's okay.
He's a little more valiant. There should be one more after this, though, so. Are we still ethereal? Whoa. We seem to be fading in and out of existence. That's probably not good.
Maybe? It's like sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't. Like we're something in between ghost and not ghost.
Well, that's a new experience. I've never had that happen before. So did we reset, or?
We're back at the beginning. My beginning.
Okay.
This is what happened to me last time.
So this is what happened when you know, after we went through the whole process, you ended up here as the ghost. So, is there like, I feel like, how are we supposed to get out of here is kind of a silly thing to ask, because she's literally tried everything. She can't get out of here. I suppose she's never tried it with me, with her though, so.
I wish I knew, but I think we're probably stuck here until something happens.
I mean, usually I'm the one that can make those things happen, but I'm not in me to make those things happen, I guess. So she just said we have to wait until something happens, so we won't do that one. But you know, I think it's worth mentioning. This is going to sound really silly, but I did when I die in these cycles, I get a title card.
I've never gotten a title card. What did yours say?
Yeah, something tells me people aren't really mailing you title cards around here, but no, this is stupid. You're going to laugh at me. Well, these are the two that I've gotten so far.
Well, the first one is sweet.
I mean, it has us both together, so that's not bad, right? I feel like this goes both ways, doesn't it? I guess we could... It sounds very smitten of me to say that, but... I don't know. I'm not really bothered by her laughing about it. This does sound like a joke, after all, so maybe I just play it up.
Well, maybe you're just misguided.
I mean, maybe. It's not like I have a good voice to tell me what to do.
But I think it's time we start a new chapter. How about... Chapter 3. The Princess and the Dragon.
Okay, well, there we go. That's a title card. Very humble. Wait, am I a dragon? Hell yeah! But yeah, so I like how she took the chapter 1 and she sort of swapped the roles, right? Because now I'm in here with her.
Thanks. I thought it would be fun.
Well, we'll see how fun it is. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get here. Speaking of which...
I guess you made it back here.
Yeah, without me. Still ghostly.
We're still all wrong. It's like you don't really know what we're supposed to be.
I mean, they probably have to deliberate with each other to figure out what we're supposed to be. Oh, okay, they're getting closer. They took the knife. But I guess taking the knife means we have to be solid so they can use it, which, okay. Fair enough.
I know that sound. That's the knife. I guess it's hard to do anything without it.
It is our implement, according to the narrator. Well, you know, I haven't really gotten to look at myself in the mirror ever, and that seems bizarre because there's been a mirror, but what's your impression of me? Like, first impression and all, what did you see?
Scary. It's
Oh.
hard to describe. It's hard to look at you.
Oh. Well, that just makes me feel awful. Sorry. Didn't realize I was that much of a mess.
Thumb. Thumb. Thumb.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I'm a lot larger than I thought I was. I wonder if they're still in there, deliberating on this stuff. Hey, listen, it's your body. I mean, we need to give you a little more agency. You need to be able to speak for yourself, so what do you want to do?
I guess we'll just have to talk to them.
I guess.
So, here we are again. I'm back in chains and you have your knife. So, what are we going to do?
Wait.
I guess we could just stare at each other?
Are they talking in my head? Yeah, has this always happened in real time? Am I always just sitting there tilting my head side to side like a dog that doesn't know what it wants?
Is that why you're always quietly staring?
Yes, sorry, I didn't realize I was wasting both of our time so much. Oh my god. What the hell? Something or someone. Let me go back, hang on. Like her version of A Princess and the Dragon a lot more. Oh, the mean version, yeah. I mean, I like both of them, to be honest. This one, there's a reason why I wanted to pick this one, and it's because of the fact that this is the last time we'll hear from the nice princess, so that was why I wanted to pick this one. The cold is doing his best. Skeleton princess. Saves money on getting x-rays, I guess. Yeah, we get to know if my bone density's okay. Not at risk of osteoporosis. Yeah, something or someone. Gotta be something other to do than wait. Oh, she makes those? Yeah, apparently Princess makes all the title cards. Princess and the Dragon. Gives her something to do while she's waiting down here. Nice music drop. We Dragon Epic speak of the devil. Oh dear. This is so scary from her POV. I'm just so imposing. And I'm hunched over like some kind of goblin. I think it can only break out bones, but that won't do much. Thin-ass floors and ceiling. I mean, yeah, it's a cabin. It's not exactly made from sturdy enough material. Well, she is being honest. I'm liking this. Oh, we're huge. Wow.
I can't hear what's going on in there anymore now that I'm back in my own body. Do you want to share your thoughts? It'd only be polite, really.
Yeah, hey fellas, you might want to deliberate out here so she can hear you.
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
I know that voice. Opportunist, you bastard. How did you get in there? Oh god, he's gonna be the antagonist this time, isn't he?
But I think we hold the power right now.
I mean, you hold the knife, but that hasn't stopped me from dying before.
How dull.
No, there's
We've
cold.
already had our discussions in private. I'd rather not keep listening to the rest of you run in circles, repeating the same arguments again and again and again. It was so much more interesting when we had someone to mediate.
Yeah, you guys have never exactly been particularly good at that part, have you?
I'm sorry. Did you just share privileged information with the enemy?
Oh, trust me, it's not privileged anymore. She is well aware of all this now.
Well, it isn't privileged anymore, now is it? Do we really need all this secrecy?
So it's hero, cold, and opportunist in there, and the narrator is probably screaming at all of them to do something right now.
No, we don't. Yes we do. Sidebar, everyone. Now. Chop chop.
Oh boy. And I've fallen back into my own head again. Princess, you're gonna have to do more than
Excuse me?
No, Princess. Assert yourself.
They're not listening to me.
I know, because you're not asserting yourself. You need to make them listen.
You're right. No more nice princess for them. I'm going to speak my mind.
Roll up those sleeves, Princess. Let them have it.
Hello?
Princess, you're gonna need to try a little harder.
I'm trying to say something.
Princess, seriously. Do I need to help you?
Hey, I said I'm talking now. Will you listen to me?
There we go. That's a little better.
So you are, and very loudly. Do you have something to say?
Oops. I mean, yeah. I already know about all that privileged information because he's in here with me.
Hi, guys.
Oh, how very interesting.
Now, why would that be interesting to you, Cold?
Yeah, that changes things, doesn't it?
Maybe a little bit.
Doesn't it?
Hero, you need to be assertive now. Don't you do this to me.
Oh, it changes things all right. We get to take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
You spiteful son of a bitch. I'm disavowing you from the council when I get back in there.
Wait, what?
From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being very... what's the word?
Corporeal?
Fleshy?
Thanks, that's a little bit more violent of an image.
Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it would be easy.
If you think this is going to be easy, then you don't know me very well, do you?
And are you doing this?
Why would you even invite him to do that?
Oh, I most definitely am.
God damn it, Princess, struggle right now. I need you to, like, grab the arm, grab something, and just start, like, either push it away or pull on something. Kick me in the nuts. Do something. Do I have nuts? I don't know.
Before anything
We
happens,
can't ask
I
that
just
question
want
right
to
now.
let
Just
you
kick
all
down
know
there.
we are not all on board with this.
Well, you're going to do it anyway, so maybe do the regretting later.
Now, we voted.
God damn it, they turned my body into a democracy. What the hell? That can't stand.
It was not a majority decision. But we did have a plurality.
Is that because the narrator voted with you?
He shouldn't count.
Yeah, it's because the narrator voted with you.
Says who? Says me. He's not one of us. He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves a say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter.
No, I gotta check chat before you guys stab me, actually, with your 2 against 2. Oh, it's a plurality. Figured you'd be smaller than that. I think sometimes we are smaller than that. I think it just depends on how much of a threat the princess perceives us as. And this time she perceives us as a big threat. The fact that she can beat our butts is impressive considering, yeah. For how huge and scary we look, the princess pretty much never seems scared at all. Slimy bird. And here we are again. Now you. The cold misses you. Aw. Usually I hate you always saying no, but I think I might miss you. It's freaking crazy in this thing. It's been fun listening to Yappy, but you definitely do better on actual actions. Was always right. Wow. Hero looks so meek. Self-defense kick! He's right. We had a real long and dumb discussion about it, too. Yeah, use your adversary strength and break his ribs. They turn your body into the chat. Oh, wait, he did. And here, I thought you liked talking. A plurality, you say.
Oh, so you finally decided to do something, have you?
Yes, I have. Let's look up the word plurality so that way no one's confused. A plurality is the number of votes cast for a candidate who receives more than any other but does not receive an absolute majority, which means Hero abstained again. God damn it, Hero. You can't keep getting away with this. That means 2 votes for, 1 vote... No, actually, what did Cold do? No, Cold was probably the one who abstained, wasn't he? Probably Cold abstained because he... Well, no, somebody had to have abstained because it would have had to be 2 votes, 1 vote, 1 vote. There's 4 of them in there, so it couldn't have been 2 on 2. I don't know. Or it could have just been 3 against 1, and Hero was the only one who didn't want to do it, and everybody else was like, nah, kill him. Why not? Alright, so, fellas, I'm gonna need you to take that knife and put it away. Yeah, keep hesitating. Princess, if there's any time for action, now is a good time. Okay! Little late. Wait, what the hell is that I feel?
Princess collapses against the wall.
Okay. Well, that was different, but I guess I'm back.
See? That was easy.
You go sit in the corner. Now.
It was too easy. I felt bad. Don't feel bad. Life is all about taking the easy wins. You don't think the people at the top got there because they worked for it, do you?
She's probably so confused right now. She's like, why aren't you listening to me? Where did you go?
I mean, of course they did. Hard work is important.
Yeah, but some people take advantage of the hard work of others and still get somewhere.
Yeah, hard work often goes unappreciated. Why bother?
I would think that you, being the merciless killer that you are, would appreciate hard work, because killing is not exactly easy.
Yeah, screw hard work. I guarantee you that anyone who's anyone has done nothing but take shortcuts. Am I supposed to find that impressive? Of course you are. I got us here, didn't I? Yes, everyone's very impressed with your accomplishments. But in case you hadn't noticed, she isn't dead yet. So how about you finish this before you start celebrating yourself?
What are you waiting for? You won, didn't you? Not that it's hard executing a helpless captive.
Yeah, you know, she's got a point, fellas. And thank you for cutting them all off. I'll take over from here.
Oh, you're different. You're back, just as I intended. I was never cut out for leadership, really.
Opportunist, I'll say it again. In the corner, now. We'll talk about it later.
That's you in that body again, isn't it? I thought it felt a little empty in here.
Yeah, sorry for leaving you alone.
I'm hurt, but I'll live. If you'll let me. Will you? Or are you still going to kill me?
Yeah, no, after all we've been through, killing you would be really dumb. Like, really, really dumb. So, no, not going to kill you.
And the only thing left to do is cut me out of here.
Okay, well, I can... Well, can I do that? There's so many voices in here, it might be a little hard. They might resist me.
You should give the knife to me, though.
Oh.
What if you using it kicks you off your body again?
You know what? That's a really fair point, actually.
Okay, listen. I know you're in charge again, but this is obviously a trick. We can't trust her. We literally just stabbed her.
I know none of you can trust her, but I've literally been in there. It will be fine. Trust me.
Someone's gonna have to take a leap of faith eventually.
Well, I guess it's gonna have to be me, because I'm the only one that makes decisions around here. Oh, versus Apotheosis. We are Bugbird. Yeah, pretty much. The Cold is apathetic, but he definitely has opinions and wants. Oh, Flug. Oh, we didn't kill her. Interesting. And she's down. That wasn't very fun, but yes, you're so impressive and driven. Go ahead. Oh, thank God. You're soft. You are softy and tolerable. That slimy bird is gonna burn. Which one? Alright, so here you go. You can have my supervisor. Just, you know, use him to cut yourself out.
You
There you
hand
go.
the blade to the princess. who gingerly cuts herself free from her bindings. You maniac.
Thanks. I'd like to think I thought that one through, but truth be told, I'm flying by the seat of my pants just like the rest of you.
And then what happens?
Well, is she going to stab me for what I did, or is she going to not stab me for what I did? I'm still confused.
Then, as her chains
No, my supervisor!
she turns her back on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No, 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 no. You need the blade to deal with her.
Well, that's okay. I like being my own boss anyway.
I'm so glad that's behind us. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds like a plan, princess. Let's go.
She reaches forward and takes your hand in hers before excitedly pulling you towards the basement stairs.
Like a couple of teenagers in love. Again.
Yeah? And what does it feel like? Is it nice?
I mean, it feels like a hand. Also, why did you put such emphasis on nice?
Why do you want to know?
Oh boy. It's our body, but his mind, so he takes the head. Oh wow. Opportunist, get him out of here. She has a good slice. Yeah, she chopped that right away. Man, that blade is sharp. No kidding. She got that clean. Contrarian would be proud. Chapter 1, you have to like saw through her arm, and here she's just like nice throwing. Yeah, she's got good form. You know, gotta give her credit for that. All right then, Spooky, I can respect that. I'm liking this. This is funny. This is nice. Opportunist, discovering human connection. It's about time. Oh, come on, Softy. Don't turn into a puddle of me now. Opportunist is turning into the smitten.
You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with.
All right, fine. Throw him a bone so he knows what it was like for me being in there.
Ugh, whatever. It's delicate and tender.
Yeah, it's about right.
Ah, so even through everything, she hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart. That'll do.
Okay, now go back to the corner.
The two of you rush up the basement stairs together. Ugh.
He has officially met his quota for romance noveling. The cycle.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thanks. I honestly didn't miss all the squabbling.
Yes, we all missed you so very much.
But apparently you all missed me, so I guess it can go both ways.
I missed you the most.
Stop talking. Stay in the corner till I have more to say to you.
You weren't even here until he was gone. Whatever.
Lay the princess. I mean, lay with the princess. I feel like both of those things could be taken out of context.
You do realize that, yes?
Sorry, narrator. I'm still in my own head. I'm not even listening to you anymore. Voice of the never existed.
Who cares?
One last door, and then we're free.
Yeah. It's almost like that was a little easier than I thought it was. I mean, it was pretty tough. We did have to kind of switch bodies multiple times. Gonna be Captain Ginyu at this rate.
I'm down a hand, so
No.
you'll have to be the one to open it.
Fair enough. We can't stop holding hands if you have to open it with me, so. I'll open it, but after you, princess.
You twist the door
Oh.
in your hand.
Well, that was an adventure.
Step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted.
I mean, at least my headache's gone.
I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever been.
Yeah, no regrets on this one, but something tells me he's running off to his supervisor right now. So, I think we know who we're gonna see soon. Goodbye, narrator. I would say nice knowing you, but it really hasn't been.
I didn't think I'd ever get to be happy, but I think I am.
Well, I'm glad you're happy.
I just didn't realize that being happy would feel so cold.
Oh, that's not happy, that's feeling handy. Sorry. You'll feel happy soon enough, though. It's sad that she's gonna get taken. Yeah, just a little bit. Guess you gotta give the princess a hand. Another hand pun. Assume he's icking out in the corner for now like a kid watching mom and dad kiss. Opportunist, my beloved rat bastard. He is a bit of a bastard, but I suppose he's part of me, so I have to accept who he is, you know. And Icy Brain Juice, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We just finished the Princess and the Dragon route. It's the last route on the last cycle, so there's only one thing left to do now. Nice. Ah, mirror, break the mirror. One last time, cram it, Yappy. At least we're with the princess. Couldn't care less if we damned the world. Oh, I was having a nice moment.
She's gone.
Yeah, those
Where did
nice
she
moments
go?
don't last, unfortunately, in
Should
this
we
game.
Try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Well, it's because we're reaching the end of the road.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Once again, you don't know how right you are.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them.
I mean, you guys, despite the fact that I was griping about it, you guys have been with me since the beginning, so. And for what it's worth, I probably won't see any of you again. But I have a feeling whatever's waiting for us at the other side of this, it'll work out. We did do as many things with the princess together as we could. And we tried living as two separate people, and it wasn't bad. Maybe the Shifting Mound will be more receptive this time.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Yeah, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Finally. We're going places. Whatever makes you happy.
Why, how is that mirror giving us a stink eye? It doesn't have any eyes. Well, life keeps going, yep. Scary burnt sand. Everything goes dark, and I die. Fine, guess you weren't so bad. I'll go with it. Then let's go with it. Into the inevitable. I already know who I am, for what it's worth, but we have to have one final conversation. Or we don't. We could just smash the mirror again, but...
I think you know what I am.
Oh, I do. You're a piece of me that just won't let go. Well, maybe not a piece of me. A piece of my creator? Something like that. All right. Back to being a democracy. Are there any questions chat has for the narrator? I'll scroll through them now so that you can see. If any of them come up that you want me to talk about, just put like the first little bit of it in there. Or just the subject of it, basically, if there's any you want me to ask. So this is just so you're the narrator. I think we said this one already in the first cycle. Remember, the second cycle we just broke the mirror. So... And obviously, you can look up all of these reactions when you, if you go on the wiki for the game, because it lists all of these and his answers to them. So, if you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. I feel like this one would just end very poorly because he'd just be like, well, then stop yapping and ask these questions. I'm breaking over here. Yappy, he's back. Hi, Birdman. Mockingbird was fun. Glad you picked him. Yeah, good ending, I think. A good ending one. Hi, narrator. Parrot was fun, even though you had to leave the stream in the middle. That's okay. Break the mirror. All fine. Ask all the banal questions. Well, like I said, if nobody has any banal questions for him, we will just slap the mirror silly. So I'm okay with that. And besides, 2 people have already said slap the mirror silly if your break the mirror counts for 1. So why is she a princess? That's a fair question to ask. We didn't ask that one either. So... And, you know, we can always break the mirror after the fact. I already got the trophy for breaking it without asking any questions, so... Let's see. Where is that one? No, it's not here. Yet, anyway. I wonder if I have to ask this one. I can look at the, You have question? Yes, I saw that one, yeah. Let me see how to get to that question, because I know there's a way to get to that question. Let me just see if I can figure it out. Hang on. I'm going to go to the wiki. End of everything. This one. The wiki doesn't have anything for this part. Maybe I just have to look for endings. Or maybe I have to go to the narrator's wiki page. Hold on. Description, appearance, personality, irregularities, powers, narration, the end of everything. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't list that. on the wiki. I thought there was a place on the wiki that said what he said. Huh. Because the question of why is she a princess is not showing up here. But, let me look, hold on. Princess and soggy bread. Princess was the long quiet's idea. Probably have to ask something first to get to why is she a princess, but don't know what. Yeah, I'm going to look and see if I can figure that out. Hang on. Let's see. Not that one, this one. Is it this? No, that just brings me back here. And the wiki has beginnings to be arranged on there, which is not what I'm looking for. I could swear there was dialogue for the narrator. Hang on. Let me just look that up. Here we go. Oh, there's a paste bin with all of the stuff in there, but it has everything, like literally everything in there, so. Okay, here we go. I think this Steam guide might have what we're looking for. So. Okay, why is she a princess is what we're looking for. Princess, did you make her too? Okay, so we need the thing that opens question 39. How do we open question 39? We can ask question 27. We need to open question 27 first. So how do we open question 27? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? That's how you get it. So I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? Then, if you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is. Okay. Got it. Roger, Roger. That's what we'll do. Soggy bread princess would be too sad. Just be as mean to the narrator as he can, insulting him for his hubris, etc. He's just standing there menacingly. Well, I'm gonna dump this here. The sorcerer was gonna be all for getting in on the princess as a patron for his powers. The seeker would be well-meaning but anxious guide. The prince outline just says, snooty. There you go. Narrator as patient as the princess. It's gotta be, considering who he's talking to. Alright, so we say this one.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
After everything we've been through, that's still gonna be your game? Let me see here. There we go.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
I wonder if it would have been better if there was no narrator and the game just let me make choices. I mean, obviously that would have been bad because then you wouldn't have anybody to guide you.
Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
So you say. I'm not sure if I want to do that, honestly. This also unlocked, so we could always ask that as well. Let me see here. No, that's not the right one. There we go. This is the right one. This is the one that you wanted me to ask, right? Let me see. Yeah, because why did you make her a princess? So this is the correct one, I think. Just double checking. So he died for this. You got to give him that much. I mean, I guess that's... I don't know if I want to say admirable. because he's killing himself to do this, but I suppose if it gave even the slim chance of saving the world. So, no, one fanfic that had him run out of echoes after a few thousand resets. Oh my god. How many echoes did you program into this? Enough that it won't matter. Thousands of resets later. Surprise Pikachu face. Good lord, who would slay the princess without the narrator? Probably nobody, honestly.
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let me see if that unlocks anything else. I didn't look past that to see if it unlocks anything else. Let's see. Will her into something small. We tried that. It didn't exactly work. Oh, okay. Here we go. We can still ask a follow-up question to that one, so... I think all the rest of these are ones that either I didn't ask or I've said any of that stuff. So, a follow-up question.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you?
Yes.
Whatever you viewed her as needed to map on some level to what she was. You couldn't just pick something arbitrary and beneath you.
I couldn't? I mean, is it because the more complicated things you install into this construct, the more chance there is that I'll disobey what you're saying and just do what I want.
I don't know why you settled on a princess specifically, but clearly a princess is what you wanted.
Okay. Sounds like I have a weird parasocial with monarchy.
Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come.
But what is to come?
I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
You know, and I think that's worth mentioning, too, because, like, as gods, the people who are left beneath us when we reshape all of reality, they'll try to anthropomorphize us and try to figure out what was the reason behind what you were doing. And if it ever comes out that, well, the reason why we unmade reality and then created this new one is because the princess said it would be for the best, they'd be like, well, why didn't you argue with her? You know how many millions you killed to make us, right? Like, there's going to be a whole bunch of just weird, esoteric, like, religiosity going on there, and I don't know that I want that. So, I think it's worth keeping that in mind. Long Quiet. I wanted a cat. Princess cat. Is Long Quiet a dog? It's a puppy and a kitten, like, put together at birth, basically. Huh, weird. Won't be as interesting without him. Yeah, that's true. Follow-up question, then. I think that might be you. All right, any other questions, or should we smash what's left of the mirror? I mean, I guess I could ask her this one about destroying her won't we be alone. So, yeah, cat and bird. There you go. They have a bit of a relationship. We don't know whether it's positive or negative until we know whether they were raised together from birth. Clearly, this shows the relationship dynamic. Violent. Just a violent relationship overall. But one cannot live without the other. We complete each other. And quite frankly, that was the first ending, so now we need to figure out how we can live without being each other, without completing each other. We need to be complete thoughts and then live together. Cat love bird. Bird kind of not like cat. Bird feel threatened by cat. Bird love cat because they both give each other purpose. They play along with each other, and, you know, maybe it gets a little out of hand sometimes, but apparently, at the end of the day, it's like their family. Okay, so, no other questions? Anybody have any other questions they'd like to see? Like I said, I could swear there's a thing on the wiki somewhere. I could probably look if I search for long enough, but we've already been here for long enough to where... Whoop, okay, there we go. I think it's worth us just getting the smash on, you know? Cat's chill with the bird, but also a little hungry. I think the cat would regret that decision. Alright, so let's just smash what's left of the mirror. Bye. I've heard enough. But canned tuna exists, which is much easier to get because the humans will just give that to me. Okay, so. Now. As the nascent god, I must meet my complement god and tell her, quite honestly, even as a god, we're doing what he constructed us to do. We're not doing what we want to do. We're doing what we've been created to do. And I don't like that. We spent so much time with the princess together as two separate people, just figuring it out, not having a purpose, just moving and shaking. And I liked that a lot better than whatever you've got planned.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Bird catch, fish for cat, all happy. Thanks for the soggy bread. Oh, you're welcome.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You sure didn't sound that way when you prevented me from getting the good ending by saying, yeah, no, I can't let that happen now, actually. You need to stop being a pissant and actually do what you're supposed to do. So, we've seen all of this before. What are we doing now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting.
Wow, well, she's here. Yes, she sure is.
But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Honestly, I just want you to have agency, but I don't want you to have absolute agency. I want you to have enough agency to recognize that you have needs and wants and goals in life, but I don't want you to hold them as absolute over all else. Is there any way we can compromise?
When the echoes
I mean, I already know the answer to that. It's no, but...
Give you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but
there
I
she is, the
contain
party
my
pooper.
multitude.
Square up!
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Well, actually, I've already done all of those things. Both of those things. And quite frankly with you, both of those options, I had some misgivings about them. So, let's talk one last time and see the places that we've been.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
You say that like you're above all of that. We were human once, Princess. We can be human again. We don't have to just hold these responsibilities as absolute. They were given to us. We didn't choose them. It might finally be time for us to make a choice that's meaningful, rather than whatever you have planned right now.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I'll hear your arguments. Whether it enlightens me or not,
And was two,
we'll see.
and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match.
Yeah, that was a little silly, huh?
I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again.
No, actually, it was two. We shared a life. We were not one life, we were two lives.
The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you. And together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again.
Two people sharing one relationship.
You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
Well, I'm not planning on ridding myself of you. That seems really silly to do. But I'm not going to directly engage you with the idea of we just need to kill all of reality in order to get out of here, because that's not acceptable to me. We could not have led the lives that we led if we do that. If that's our end game, what was it all for?
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
It's not fear. I just know what we did, and I know it wasn't right. We need to be better than that.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But we had a dance unfinished, and you had questions in need of answers. And in the cold starlight you found them. Fear reflected in the eyes of that which terrified you.
Even the cruelest of monsters are not unworthy of sympathy. Within me, nothing is beyond redemption. Together we dug through hell, and together we found our freedom.
So you do understand then. You understand, but you need to understand that that's not something that's exclusive to us. You said even the cruelest of monsters are not unworthy of sympathy. There are plenty of monsters out there, Princess. And those people are capable of all of the things that we just did. But if we are gods, if you really want to play this game where we have to accept the destiny that we have, then we need to be better than what came before us. We need to create a situation where all of that is not something that they have to bear alone. If we can't do that, if we can't help them with their problems, if all we can do is just snap it out of existence, then what are we even doing here?
Their suffering is born of their own delusion.
Sure, but even if they're delusional, they're still worthy of our sympathy.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
See, again, you understand what I'm saying then. You do get it, because you're right, you can't nurture that which cannot change. I'm not arguing for destroying you. I'm just arguing that we leave this place alone. Things can still change with us being in them. We just don't have to be gods to do it. It's not all or nothing here, Princess. We can continue to exist. We just need to exist in a way that doesn't destroy things. I don't think I can make it any simpler than that.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
How many more times are you going to say something contradictory to your own nature before you finally understand?
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
Well, I mean, we can get them back, but not from here.
You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps.
That's because you were too in your own head. You didn't listen to the music, Princess.
There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be.
Yeah, but you could only be that because we were two different people.
We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
I agree with that, but by destroying reality, we're going to destroy all of the obstacles. As it turns out, that might not be particularly helpful for people. We can be better than this, Princess. We can be better than all the violence, all the pain, all the suffering, and we can do right by the people that, I guess, exist below us. If we can't, then I don't see the point of us continuing this godhood. I think it's better if we were just mortal.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing.
I know you do. You're still clinging to me.
For us to be than us. We are reality itself.
That statement can be true whether we're gods or not.
Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye.
Yet, don't talk about needles and eyes. Ugh.
It was fear that made our prison. And it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But even bound, you saw a light. And you gave me the wisdom to speak my heart and shed my doubts. Without fear, suffering ceases to be. Without fear, death dissolves. Without fear, we are free to choose beauty.
Then let's stop being afraid of the idea that reality can still exist. Your current line of thought is
This construct
not
is a
that.
chain of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
We can still do that without us being gods. Because again, as gods, we will end up doing the same thing he did. We will create a reality, a cage of fear, where people will be afraid of our decisions. And if we make wrong decisions, if we decide we don't like each other all of a sudden, somewhere down the road, then everyone we create in the new reality will suffer. We have to make it better, okay? We have to make the world better than it is. We can do that with our own two hands. We quite literally did that 5 times over the course of this playthrough. We made the circumstances that we were in better for each other. It wasn't perfect. We made mistakes. We killed each other on multiple occasions. But we did attempt to make things better for ourselves.
There has never been finality. There is only the unending transformation of mind multitudes.
That sounds like finality to me.
Is to bring everything to a stop. It is only then that you will have an ending, and that ending is nothingness.
No, I don't agree with that. I think we can find a better ending than this. So, rejecting perspective, from my understanding, is the only way to make you win, quote unquote, the argument without, like, actually actively destroying her like you do in the Your New World ending. So that was why I wanted to do that. I wanted to concentrate on this part. We're throwing verbal hands. What was our angle here? Reject perspective, because again, it's the only way you can get, as far as I know, the only way you can get this message. So, voice of the shivers. The time has come. Reality shimmers at edges of your perception, sending ripples through more directions than you've known before. Again. The see things from her perspective art for Princess and the Dragon. Game does a good job playing with the idea of 1 and or 2. Yeah, because it's, in this case, for her, for the Shifting Mound, 1 and 2 are irrelevant. If you're together, you're 1. That's it. There's no other way to interpret that situation. But as we know, it's not quite that simple, is it? And hello for the time being. How you doing? Welcome. We are about to finish things up, but we have to finish the argument first. Basically identical to what you already saw. No words now, just cause. Voice of the Bird's been renamed to Voice of the Burb. VA's popping off. Well, I like this whole route. She shifts and reality shakes with her. The waves crash upon you. Excuse me, yet you remain still as though nothing happened at all. New truths dawn upon you. Made the most pretentious voice ever, so I made the least articulate one to counter it. Oh my god. Pretty princess. Gotta respect the power. Claw of agreement. Voice of the Burb. Sorry, my bad. It's a dialogue battle. It's too much. She cannot move you, but she refuses to stay with you. You're both too much here. Reality will not stop shaking with the force of your conflict. Numbing limbs. There's no... I mean, if we continue this way, reality will break, and it won't be a good thing. So maybe we need to have this argument somewhere else. Does that mean the body's still out there? Maybe. Borrowed shivers from Disco Elysium since he does well with the unfathomable nature of existence. See, I've never played Disco Elysium either. Probably should at some point, but... Coming up with all this off the dome, or if he has a script, grats either way. Oh, that was completely off the top of my head. I appreciate it. I didn't know if it was good or not, but I had I had a vague argument in mind, obviously. I didn't know what I was going to say. But this is kind of scripted, like the outlines for your voices. Give him an argument uppercut.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
You're one to talk. Clinging to delusion is something we've both done. But here's the problem, Shifting Mound. You're trying to win in a relationship. That's not how these things work. Relationships just exist. There is no winning, no losing. You just are. And if that's not good enough, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Right, so when we break reality, nothing will exist. So,
There is no constant. There is no center.
You can say that till you're blue in the face. You're staring at the constant. You're staring at the center. And the more that you say that, the more I'm realizing I couldn't really be with you if I wanted to. Not this way, anyway. Maybe if things were the way they were back in the construct, I mean, obviously with us outside of the construct, maybe things would be better.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I mean, you're right, but not from where we're sitting. Not from where we're sitting, Princess. We're too above it all. We have no stakes in the game anymore. We got to be down there with everyone else. Otherwise, what's the point?
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Sure, but it's from my vantage point that I can see how wrong you are, so I'm not really seeing the point. Let's see here. Are these all Slay the Princesses? No, this one. I don't think I want to say that one. Yeah, I think this one's probably about where my feelings are at this point. I think I have... I'm not 100% sure if this is what I have to say to get where I want to go, but I think this is what I have to say.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Don't know about that. There's something out there that you want me to break free into. The reality that we found twice in the first cycle. That's something else, something new. We don't know what that is. So, if that's something else, maybe there are things we overlooked here.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, it's good to hear you again. Glad I've got somebody on my side here, because boy is it hard to argue with a brick wall.
It's good to be here.
Glad you're here, hero.
Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence.
Yeah, you know, that probably would work better. Remembering how things worked in Apotheosis, she really didn't hear me, like, at all in that one. So now she's even more divine. Maybe we should just break through it to something else.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Okay, hey. I mean, we'll get to the point of the conversation at her heart, so...
It's time to resume our dance.
Okay, but I'm gonna quick step directly into your soul now, so,
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's do this.
Then let's go.
There it is.
And here we are.
As immutable as everything else in
So
here.
we're back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
It's kind of hard to see the stars when all I can see is her naked body's pressed against the window.
Do you need me to describe things?
After all of that, so there's no narrator, right? Like I broke the mirror, but is he really gone for good?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Well, then I guess it's up to you, isn't it? And does that mean that... Well, you know, honestly, after all of that we went through with him, like, it's hard, right? Because I know he wasn't... I don't necessarily trust him, because I never really have. But he's been with us since the beginning. 15 resets at this point. I'm conflicted.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Like 21 hours of gameplay at this point. It's kind of tough. So none of the other voices made it here either? Is it just you and I?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah, that's probably because we didn't get the Stranger route as the first one. If you do the Stranger as the first reset on this specific cycle, you the Contrarian is here with you as well, if I remember correctly. So there's a little bit of a nuance, like a little difference with that one. So dang, you got good improv skills. I've been doing this for a while. You know, it just comes naturally when you've been doing streaming and, you know, video game stuff for as long as I have. Imaginations, what is your creation? The Burb is screaming at me. Well said, Burb. There's only there was a better way. Cue infomercial. A rising tension echoes through your limbs. You become aware of a pressure all around you, containing you both. A shiver dances within your form. The nice guy. defeated tweet. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the heart of that cabin is a princess. In the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. Yeah, let's get that part out of there. Narrator had a great deal of humanity in Happily Ever After. He did have some character development. There was a person in there. Just, he chose to push it down, you know. All right, well, anyway, you can describe it for old time's sake. Might as well. Let's see what kind of improv skills you've got.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
It'd be nice to stare out the windows, but again...
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
I did break it.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't agree. We lived a life without my supervisor for a brief moment at the end of the last route, and I don't think I need him anymore. I think I can be my own boss now.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
Let's see if we can bring it home.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
You wanted to see the goats. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Yep, he's kind of always been there in every urge to ruin the narrator's day. Yeah, there you go.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It's funny you mention that. You're literally sitting in the center of yourself right now.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
This was why I wanted to have the nice princess be the one we saw in Princess and the Dragon, by the way, because the first route we did here was the prisoner. So when you do this ending, you get the princess that is based on the one that you got in the chapter 1 of the first reset you did. So since we took the knife in the first reset of this cycle, we get the stern princess rather than the nice one. So I figured, okay, this way we can have a little send-off for both princesses.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
She is royalty, after all. You don't,
And there you are. Hands empty.
You don't deny a royal
so
decree.
You don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different.
It's almost like we can change things if we put our minds to it.
Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan. I'll be honest with you. It's good to see you again. And not you with all the divine bluster. Not that it was a bad thing. We were holding our own up there, but it's nice to just chat with you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Listen, don't mention it. We've been through a lot together. Why leave it at that? You know what I mean? I think it's worth saying I'm sorry at this point. I think I've said it a lot, but I don't think we've said it enough.
The first time we met, I cut your throat open.
Yeah.
If anyone should be apologizing for anything, it should be me. You were only trying to help.
You know, until I fought with you till the very end, or I stabbed you like a wild animal, or I betrayed your trust to the point where you stabbed me. We did a lot of stabbing.
You know, when she puts it like that...
I mean, I guess she wants to let bygones be bygones, which is fair. So... are you the same princess as that one all the way out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
See, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Is that we were created to be gods, but I don't think we could be gods, not without becoming worse than we are. We'd just end up like the narrator. We'd end up playing God. And I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to be a god. I mean, I'm going to come back to that, I think, because that's almost like the last thing for us really to say. I feel like all of you is the real you, but...
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll come back to that in a second. She wanted us, I mean, we became more, but she wanted us to be even more than we were.
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her.
Yeah, that's about right. That's pretty much my experience.
But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist?
I don't think we get to decide that. I feel like that's too big of a question to ask us.
I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
Yeah, it would not have helped us in this situation.
And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
See, I'm okay with that decision, honestly.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Being everything is so much responsibility, man. So, I'm going to say this one, and then I think this one, and then we'll ask this one at the very end of all of this, and then we'll go. How about that?
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
Like this construct.
Just like this cabin.
Yeah, this cabin hasn't really been what the Yelp reviews have been saying it was. We didn't really have a good time here, did we? We tried to make the best of our circumstances, but good lord.
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
I'm glad, because I share those same feelings. So, before we head out and figure out what to do with ourselves in the world we left behind, what's your name? Litmus test question.
I never had one.
Oh.
And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much.
Yeah, that would be a little hard to put on a court record somewhere when you finally change your name. They'd be like, what do you mean?
But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that?
Princess. Fine, I'll take it.
And as for you, well, hero works for me.
I mean, if you're okay with that, I feel like that's a little modest for me.
But that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like that.
You got your victory lap at the end of all this after all, hero. All right, so thanks for answering all the questions. This was a good talk, but how about we just take some action? What if we just go?
Do you know where this cabin is?
Nope.
Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Well, I think the only way we're going to figure that out is if we go do it. Yeah, there's some good answers here. This one's good, this one's good. I feel like this one is a little too, self-centered. We could just go. I don't know if we need to say anything. We could just go, but I feel like saying something is more fitting to the moment, I'm gonna say this one.
I want that too.
Well, good. Then
I
I
think
guess
I'm
we
gonna
can
stay
go.
right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Sure you're gonna be alright by yourself, man?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Alright. Well, thanks for everything, hero. It's been a blast. But we've got new adventures to have now. And you've got a good company to keep with you. Off we go one more time. Well, before we leave, let me check what went on in chat as I was going through all of this. So, let's get this hearth Inside her, you say? Oh, God. Very few get the nice princess at the end. Similarly, very few get the harsh in Princess and the Dragon. Yeah, I guess we could have gone the opposite way if I had changed things around, but I don't know. The cage felt like a good opening for this cycle, you know what I mean? Because that's what everything had been the previous 2 cycles. We were stuck in a cage. This was the cycle where we broke free from it. So, remember hearing there's actually a secret ending if you have the stranger as your first princess, but you haven't seen it yourself. Princess is back. Yeah, that's correct. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so if you have the stranger as the first route in the cycle and you do this ending, the stranger is here conversing with you, and you have a whole conversation with her, rather than with, excuse me, the nice or the stern princess. You have a conversation with the stranger. She's not quite as jumbled up as she is in the stranger ending. She's a little more together, composed. So might go check it out yourself after this. Yeah, it's worth it. I think it's worth seeing all the ways that this ends. So this is nice. Whoa. Okay, nice chat. Now free the princess. Voice is traumatized. Unstoppable force versus a movable bird. Good to hear that. So can we start an ending? Yeah, there we go. The mystery princess. Ooh, princess. Yes. Oh. I think it's time to wrap up this story. It's cinema. She decides a different name for you in another path. Neat. Yeah, I think it's different if you have the nice princess. She decides a different name for you. I think she just calls you Quiet in the nice princess ending. So, voice of the untranslatable. It's time for something new now. Smitten would probably want to come with us. Free the princess, right? Starry night, just ahead of a closed door. Maybe hopeful? That's close enough. Your only move of freedom is opening it. No options now. You have to take your choice. I mean, the knife is still right there on the table, but we're not going to do that. Because look, the shifting mound is gone. All we can see are the stars. And all she's ever wanted to do since the very beginning of this is dance under the stars. So, let's go dance. But we have each other. Even though we don't know what we're supposed to do after this, we'll figure it out. And I think she's ready to figure it out.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there.
Yeah, I don't think either of us do.
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
You don't have to hide it from me. Your hand literally just trembled in mine.
And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I feel the same way. I'm glad we're sharing this. It's nice of us to finally just put this all out on the table. So while we're saying it, why don't we say it back? You said it the first time we saw you. I never reciprocated, but now I think it's worth saying it. I love you, sweet princess.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Well, we got a long way to go, don't we, fellas? All right. Ready? Here we go. And that is the end of Slay the Princess, everybody. That was the Leave Together, not the Leave Together ending. That was not the Leave Together ending. Or was it the Leave Together ending? I don't remember. Whatever the one that was not the God version. I think that's And What Happens Next is the name of the ending, actually. If I recall from the trophy thing. But I think it's the ending that I like the best. And I think it's fairly fitting for the way that this whole game went. You know, you're stuck in roles. You have to play those roles. But that's not really how relationships work in real life, is it? You have your roles to play, but the idea behind a relationship in real life is that you can live as yourself, but you are living with another person. You're not completing someone else necessarily, but you're what's the word I'm looking for? Enriching, that's the word I'm looking for. You're enriching your life with the presence of someone else. You're not an incomplete person without that other person. You're a complete person. You're a complete thought. You can be yourself. And that being yourself was what brought you together. And I just think that that's really a beautiful thing, and that's why I like this ending so much, because it just encapsulates that so well, I think. So I'm very biased towards this one being my favorite out of all of them. So there you go. Sundare Princess right at the end. Woo! Just a closed door that wants to be open. No other options. What does it mean that you can't see the Shifting Mound anymore? It's a mystery. She must have gone somewhere else. She figured, screw this, I'm getting out of here. Send their princess. Adios to the hero and the princess. And so they lived, not always happily, but never despairing. The end. You walk outside, leaving all your stories behind, as many other times, but maybe with a better ending this time. Nuance. Yeah, so, and there's no correct ending, right? There's no canon ending. Whichever one you like the best is the one that is canon to you. You know what I mean? I just like this one because, again, I think it's so much more realistic to the way that a relationship with another person works, honestly. And so I think that's why I enjoy it the best. It leaves a lot open for interpretation, but I kind of appreciate that because if it told you what happened, it wouldn't really be your story, would it? So I can appreciate that. So overall, let's go to the Memories tab so we can see where we've been. We're missing one sticker and one sticker only, but that's okay. Actually, no, this is going to have a bunch of, like, background moaning by the Shifting Mound because she didn't get her way. So let's go back. Overall, thoughts on Slay the Princess. So I do enjoy this game. I enjoy it quite a bit. I think it's really well written. I do enjoy the music, even though, I mean, the music, there's only like a few tracks, but a lot of it is leitmotif, but I've never really been bothered by leitmotif. Usually it enhances things for me, so I'm not really bugged by that. I think it's interesting the way that they only have a couple of voice actors, but they manage to make a bunch of variations on characters and still make them feel like their own thing rather than like pieces of, well, they're pieces of you, but they're not, like, each character is distinct despite being voiced by only two people, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate the way that they're able to do that. You work with what you have, especially in the indie games industry, right? Like, sometimes you just don't have the budget for anything better, so you have to work with what you have. And I think with what they had, they did something really, really good. Like, overall, they were able to create something that, it was very imaginative, you know what I mean? They had a whole bunch of different circumstances. None of them really felt like they were the same as something else. A lot of the situations felt unique. And it was just interesting being able to kind of deconstruct the characters that they created in a way that was my own, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's going to come at this a different way because everybody has different experiences with relationships, with life, all of that stuff with their own experiences. So I think it's interesting to come at it from your own angle and be able to see it that way. It kind of leads me to the only major gripe I have for this game, because I feel like there's minor gripes, you know, like I said it a few times, there's a little bit of, like, differences between this version, this is the PS5 version, and the PC version. Sometimes the flags maybe just don't trip in this version, I don't know. There's a few little different things that I noticed, because I did my PC test playthroughs relatively recently before we did this. Like, it's only been about a month and a half since I did them. But those are minor gripes, you know, those are nitpicks. I think the only major gripe that I can have with the game is that as a visual novel, it has replay value. I mean, look at the Memories tab. We didn't even get all of the stickers on the Memories tab. The gallery is probably only halfway full, and there are a lot of variations on the princess we didn't even see. We didn't see the Wounded Wild, we didn't see the Spectre Wraith, we didn't see the Tower Fury, there's a whole bunch of... we didn't see the Burned Grey. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can play this in order to get replay value. So I don't think it's right to say it doesn't have replay value. I do, however, think that other than the decisions that you can make, there's nothing that makes the playthrough something that is unique to you in the respect that you get original gameplay out of it. There's only so many decisions that are made here, and once you've seen them all, you can't really find anything new and original in that content. And by that, I guess what I mean is, you watching me play this game, now you've effectively played about half of this game if you've never played it before. And that's never really what I like these playthroughs to be about. I don't want to play the game in such a way that you don't have to pay for it. I want to play the game in such a way that it makes you feel like, wow, that game was actually pretty good, maybe I should buy it. Or, wow, that game sucked, maybe I shouldn't buy it. I want to allow you as an audience member to make an informed decision about a game if you've never seen it before. Or I want you to feel like, you know, the game was worth your money if you did pay for it. So I don't know, it just... I guess the best comparison I can make is with the stream that we did of Pyre, because the thing with Pyre is that was also a visual novel, but it also had this really unique, like, sport system in it that was gameplay that was evolving. And it was organic because you know, everybody's the matches that you played with other teams, you had to play the same teams over the course of the whole game. I mean, there's variations as you go through the different cycles there, but no game that I played on that screen is going to be the same as the game that somebody else played in Pyre. All of the games will be unique because the AI will just move in different ways. There'll be different people that score, different people will be liberated. There's a whole bunch there. So it's hard for me to put this any higher up than Pyre because it has decisions that are original to you, but only insofar as you don't play all the ones that I did. You know what I mean? And again, we've only played about half the game here. We've only gotten about half the endings. But if you've seen this playthrough, you've seen half the endings. It's hard for you to differentiate that at that point. I don't know if that's making sense. Tell me if I'm not making sense, because I don't know. I don't want to make it sound like I don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? I do enjoy this game quite a lot. I just feel like me playing it is difficult because I'm showing you half the game rather than I'm showing you pieces of the game that you can then experience the game for yourself and experience the other pieces. I'm still doing that because, again, there's still half the game left to go, but it feels different in this one. It doesn't feel the same as it does in other games where there's some organic gameplay that you can kind of find as you play through it. So I guess that's the only major gripe I would have, is that once you've seen the game, you've seen the game. You know what I mean? You can't really... You can make different decisions, but you've seen how everything ends. So it's... I guess it makes it harder for you to say, wow, I really liked him playing this game, but I think I'd like to experience it for myself. You know, me doing this makes it harder for you to make that decision, and I don't like when that's how things end, you know. But again, I don't want to discount make that sound like I'm discounting the game. I think it's really good. I think it's definitely worth your money. And again, there are a ton of things we didn't see. Like if we look in the memories tab, we can see, like, in this one, in the Hero and the Princess, this is the chapter we played the most. There are still 2 things we did not see in chapter 1. And that's like just the bare bones things. There's multiple screenshots that we got that we just didn't get to see because we didn't get her to break her own chains. We didn't ask if she was armed when he made that an option. So there's a lot of things that we could get still. There's still a lock here. I don't even know what that is. What the hell is that? But there are hints to help you get those. So, oh, I know what that is. Okay, we didn't explore that option. If the very first time you go into from the first chapter 1 that you do, if you then go to a chapter 2 and you say, yeah, no, I'm done with this, bye, and you leave, the narrator tries to stop you, but then you fade into this screen without the princesses and without the stickers, and the Shifting Mound basically tells you, why did you do that? You need to help me. And then if you do that, you continue to not help her, well, you get an ending. It's not a good one. So... let's see here. Let me go back now and see what everybody said. This one's your favorite too. Well, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm not the only one, so. An end that you can enjoy. Why is your keyboard like this? Moment of clarity glares at you from a corner. That's okay, moment of clarity. You can stay in the nightmare. It's fine. I don't need to be there with you. And as that, everything goes happy. Love this game. I mean, yeah, and I enjoy it quite a bit as well. Like I said, I don't want the major gripe that I said to discount the enjoyment that I get out of it. I would not have played it through 3 times if I didn't enjoy it. There's just that one little thing. That one little thing that is in the back of my head, like, should I have played this, or should I have just told you all to go play it because it's really good, you know? So. But I do think you should still go play it if you haven't played it. So. Voice of the Romantic is just voice of the Smitten. And you live the life, the end. It's slightly more articulate, poorly disguised Smitten. Romantic is more about romanticizing all sorts of stuff, whereas Smitten is very straightforward about our dearest princess. Yeah, Romantic was making some comments about things. It's a thin line, but she wanted me to do a voice like her, so I went with it. Like this ending route, 5 goods in a row. There you go. Wonder how many people in this chat have already played. Yeah, Pad hasn't. I don't think Conquer has. So... yeah, I think Conquer kind of summed it up, basically. Don't want the game I'm showcasing to be a walkthrough of it, just my own experience of it. I want to leave enough of it open to where you can all have your own experiences with it as well. And sometimes with this game, I feel like that's hard to do just because there's only so many decisions that can be made here. You know what I mean? So I can say that you've been a shadow, standing there in silence, watching everything. Your enjoyment of it is in its death throes. I don't know if that's a good thing when it's in its death throes. Oh, you've exhausted the game from head to toe. Yeah, I guess that's why, because if you've done everything, then it would be in its death throes. But you could always wait 5 years and then play it again. I've done that before. Do not please discover the fury of a shattered mirror. Yeah. Played most of it, though not everyone can get access to the game. Yeah, and that's true, too. It depends on, you know, what you have available to you. Although I think now it's on most platforms. I think it's on... It's on PC, PS4, and PS5. Is it on Xbox One? I feel like it might be, but I'm not sure. And I think it's on Switch as well, so... Play Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow, super fun. That's the one that they made before... Yeah, this one. It's the dev's other game. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. It might be worth checking out at some point, so I'll check it out on my own and see if it's, you know, interesting as this one, so. For a lot more time, just ask the plant for how long. Only bought this game because you started watching someone else stream it. I think you watched about 5 minutes and said, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy it and play myself. See, and that's the best way to do it, I think, is like when you can instill that in a viewer, there's no better feeling, I think, honestly. Just having done this, if I can do that for somebody, there's no better feeling. So, played it, and speaking of that, you're going to go replay it right now. Bye, hope everyone has a nice day. All right, Luna, sounds like a plan. Take it easy. We're almost done anyway, but thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. We'll add, there are fan projects to add new routes. It isn't official, but it is a lot of fun to explore possibilities like a Siren Princess or a Clown Princess. Oh, lovely. They modded the Clown Princess back in. Oh, those might be worth checking out on my own time. Did that with Persona 5 and enjoyed the game. Yeah, I remember that. It's funny because we mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, and here we are talking about it again. Yeah, Persona 5 was a blast, but I'm glad that I instilled that in a few people. I think you weren't the only one, Conker, that decided to get it, so. Scarlet Hollow's main gimmick is that it's a visual novel where you get to pick 2 traits that change options in gameplay. Okay. 2 traits, and they change things. That's interesting. Yeah, like I said, it might be worth checking out. I only ever knew this one out of the games that the dev made. This one was recommended to me on Steam at one point, and I said, yeah, you know, it has some good things going. It looks like it has some good things going on for it. Why not? I'll give it a shot. And then I played it, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. And I said, yeah, no, I got to put this one on the list. So, let's metaphorically make a route to theoretically burn down the cabin. Oh, God. Here we go again. All right, but in any case, that's going to do it for Slay the Princess, the stream edition. I want to say thank you especially to all the new people that showed up for the stream. Things have been really good for this set of 8 streams. I wasn't really expecting much, having been gone for 7 months. I didn't really get too many viewers over on Twitch. I enjoyed having all of them here, and when I had them all on Twitch, I enjoyed having them on Twitch as well. It's just, this is far beyond anything that I expected for the first time back, to see triple digits in my view counts for like every single stream. It's actually ridiculous. I don't know how you all did it. You're all some kinds of wizards, I swear. But yeah, I appreciate all of you coming out to check this out. What do you need to know about the things going forward with this? So, I like to play a variety of games on the channel, and I think in a way YouTube doesn't know what to do with me when it comes to that sort of stuff, because I kind of just jump from project to project and do whatever I feel like doing, and since I'm not really consistent, YouTube has a hard time with me. If you decide to stick around, I can't promise all the games will be like this one. I mean, it's kind of hard for all the games to be like this one. That'd be holding a lot of games to a really high standard. Some games will be good, some games will be bad, some games will be in between, but there'll be experiences that we can have together, and if it's something that you think you'll enjoy, then feel free to stop by, you know? Check back in, see how everything's doing, let us know how you're doing. You know, it'll be good. We'll just have a conversation, as we usually do. But speaking of which, that is what I'm going to have to prepare for, because on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we'll be starting a new game in a franchise that is almost as old as the channel is. A little younger than the channel is overall. Been playing the games on and off for a long time now, and I'm not even close to being done. There's still several projects in the franchise that I have left to do. But we'll see what that is, and how it relates to, well, Houseplant, for one thing, in due time. So, thank you for watching, everybody. As I've said previously, I appreciate you coming out to check out the stream. Thank you all for checking out Slay the Princess, the Stream Edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself. I'm glad to have been here with everybody to check it all out. So, if I see you here on Wednesday, or wherever I see you next around the internet, I hope that you'll take care and have a good one. And maybe don't stick yourself in the kind of prison cell that the princess is in your own lives, right? Like, she doesn't have a choice. She has to be in here because that's the game that she's playing. Don't stick yourself in a cell. If you want to have a relationship with somebody, just be open with them. Be yourself. It's the best way to do it.